One story that has caught the attention of the entire country has been what's happened in Xolobeni. And I tell you, in a sense, although many of you may not be able to point on a map where exactly the story is playing out, that in some ways this is a very South African story. Nonhle Mbutuma, and Nonhle is part of the Amadiba and an incredibly important voice in this conversation. Every other day now on social media, there'll be a 30-second, a 2-minute, a 5-minute video that goes viral that shows that things just seem to be completely chaotic when the minister comes out there, when government comes out there. If in the last couple of weeks, what has happened, is the state genuinely interested in seeking the views and respecting the views of the community?
You know, after more than 15 years, we're fighting this issue on the ground, and then we take it to the court. And we're just hoping that everybody is going to respect the court of law. But now the problem that we have is where we see that the government is keep pushing us the way that DMR is so disrespectful to us.
The players in the Ponderland mining and land story are well documented. I've recorded most of them, and 50/50's been recording the story for nearly a decade. Most of them don't live along the coast. They're politicians, municipal representatives, venture capital outfits from overseas, and hangers-on, people who feel that they will get part of the pie. This story is not about them. This story is about the people that they will displace.
The first time I heard about that titanium, I wasn't sure what is it exactly. But after I spent my time with my uncle, Christopher, it's where I get all details about the mining. What is wrong with mining? What is good with mining? I was here. There's something is happening on our land. The old people, they told us this land is for us. It's not for them. They saved this land for us to make sure we use it as their forefathers. They saved this land for them. When I was a child, I was playing on that red dunes after we collecting the firewood. It was the first time when we saw the motorbikes. Sometimes they were playing with us because I was growing with my grandmother's house. She was playing a big role on my family. What is the role of the men and what's the role of the women? All that we learn from my grandmother. According to the Pondo culture, there is a different way of dressing of married women and unmarried women. It difference is on colors and even the way we call it umnqwazi. If you are a married woman, your mnqwazi is facing on front of you. The way of living in our area is totally different with other areas, because as we are visiting my grandmother's house, we get the masi, the sour milk, and you get the mngqusho. All those food is not selling to us like you get on when you go to towns, you see. Because if you visit, they treat you as an important person. When I was a child, my grandfather, he was teaching me, if you have things, you make sure you share with other people those they don't have. Because when I was young, all those people that are close to my grandfather's house, they was normal coming to get the milk to feed their children. Sharing is very important. Even the kegel, if you don't have the kegel, they can borrow the kegel to plant a piece of land, not selling each other. Even the crawl manure, those they don't have kegel, they go and ask the crawl manure to plant their maize. And even on the fields, if you have a lot of wheat in your field, your neighbors, they can come and help you.
And ujangwe ndiwashitsha ngalo ndikuthatha wafaka ngapha ndize uba umhlaba ongale usanda uphumule kulo nyaka ndifaka umboni ngale buyisa amadumbe ndiwafake ngapha njalo ndiwakhipha ungali umhlaba onokudla nyani lo mhlaba olapha esantsi and mandithi umhlaba ole phezulu ukhaluka uxubana nenhlabathi umhlaba ole phezulu uthanda ukuba nenhlabathi lona ube umhlaba omnyama umhlaba wenhlabathi ke nomhlaba omnyama ukudla kwawufani uyabona ke mkhonyane fike ndifake apha ke ngoku egodini kanjena bese ndifaka umquba kanjena ke ngoku bese ndidiba kanjena ke ngoku izophuma ke ngoku idumbe pha.
The kegel and the plant, they are working together. It's because we use kegel to plant our food, and we feed our kegel with the grass, and they come back and bring us the crawl manure. That crawl manure we're using to plant our food.
Ibona nangabe Pondo zoyithatha ne yezela nje kuyaba phi unani ba sawuhlala phandle ngendaba ngalelo kebe abantu abadade sozobakhohle into kamzala amaqondo nozimela kanje makaka aba basigwetha abantu abadade sinakudla apha bathi lo mhlaba sadlawa nomntana sikhula nje sikhulela la kulo mhlaba sidlala umhlaba kusetshenzwa omakhulu nokhokho ababezela besebenza lo mhlaba sakhula sangaka
Mosi kinxiwa kantombazana uyelakeni uye enkosini Mosi kinxiwa ewe ke ngo ndingcwadi katata eli narasifika nafikele kunxweni katata amke ndifika ndahlala pha kulo ndalima pha kulo utata kwabese soleka ndisithalisa pha kumi uya ukuthi mhlaba yake eholweni ndifuke ndise nabo mhlaba yake eholweni ndenzela abantu bazi ukuthi noma ningasekho nami bakwazi ukuphilisa kanje ngalomhlaba ngoba lo mhlaba ngone siphilisa ngawo
le yona esidlayo na apha emhlabeni esiphila ngayo umphila ngokuna ungako ke singafuni ngakwenza komhlaba wethu ngoba asazi kungabe sidedene umhlaba wethu leto sobe siyitholephi umphila ke ngokuna ungako ke sibona uba manje sikaswe sife nje apha kungabe uthiwa manje siyakhishwa apha kulo mhlaba sife sowufele ube sazi base ube sisodlani
That Ncema grass is very important to us. If the someone is married someone, there is some ritual called ibakete. We need to have all that handworks made by Ncema. All those plants that we have it. What is the use of it? We normally use this for the tasting when we're looking after the kegel, because it's sour and have a lot of water inside. Very nice. That first lagoon, we call it Mpahlana. It's just because if you went there, you see a plenty of silver oak. The view of Mpahlana is silver. That tourism I was working, it was very busy in 2004 until 2006. But after that mining issue is where our tourism is becoming bad, because the tourists, they withdraw to come in. At the time I was doing that tourism, I was always walk past those villages. Special, there was a village that is very close to the camp. That village is where we normally take the tourists to visit, to see the sangomas. And after that mining, that village, it's gone. I feel now this mining caused me to grow, because after I spend my time with the old people, it's where I decided to change my mind, because those people, they know very well about the land, and they teach me how is the importance of the land. It makes me growing. I learn even the politics. I never think about it in my life, because when I was young, I was saying that I don't want to be part of the politics. But now I see myself in the middle of politics.